Lime, you burst on the scene in January 2017. In this video, we go over some of the positives, the negatives, and some of my recommendations for your juicing program. What's up guys, your driver Mike here, back with another video. This channel is dedicated to the rideshare space, so if you're a driver, a passenger, or someone just interested in the rideshare space, consider subscribing. Lime, when it comes to your juicer program, there are a lot of positives, really just being a new app just from last year, but there's also some much needed improvements, as well as some of my own recommendations for how to make your app better. Starting with some of the positives, Lime, your app is really reliable to use when it comes to GPS pings for scooters. What I mean is juicers relying on the pin destinations for scooters that need charge. Those pins are very accurate, accurately displaying if those scooters are in a house, sidewalk, a backyard, etc. This is really reliable for us as juicers, as it's really dependable to look at that GPS ping to know if it's worth harvesting, worth going after or not. Secondly, speaking of the app Lime, your app in juicer mode is very easy to use, and moreover, even in rider mode, your app is really simple to understand and use. Thirdly, I really appreciate some of the incentives you've been sending out over the Labor Day weekend. Here in San Diego, there was a $100 Labor Day bonus for juicers that charged a set number of scooters over the Labor Day weekend. Lime, I definitely encourage you to continue these incentives, whether it be new juicer incentives, holiday incentives, or of course, just random incentives. It's a great bonus for us juicers and is going to keep juicers on your platform. Let's go over some of the negatives, things that need improved with the Lime Juicer app. Lime, I've said it before, there's gotta be some kind of reservation system, something that prevents multiple juicers racing to the same scooter, only to really have someone waste their time, and this happens repeatedly when looking to harvest scooters. Nothing's more frustrating than when you navigate to a scooter that may be 4, 5, or 6 minutes away, just to pull up and be seconds late as another juicer is harvesting that scooter. That's wasted time, that's wasted miles for that juicer, and over time, and if repeated, that's going to discourage that juicer from staying on your platform. Similar to your serve drop-off points, which can be reserved, consider some kind of reservation system for juicers, whether that be a tier system based on how long you've been on the platform, how many scooters you consistently charge, whatever it may be. This feature would make it a lot more easy and really save some frustration for juicers when on the road. Number 2, scooters that need harvested but also need servicing. Adding to the frustration, let's say you arrive at the scooter that needs harvesting, scan the QR code or enter the scooter number, only to have the frustration when that red wrench appears and the audible tone sounds indicating that scooter needs servicing. Juicers can of course not harvest a scooter that needs servicing. Consider having some kind of incentive for scanning and marking these scooters that need servicing, such as $1 or $2 at least for the time invested. And Lime, here are a few of my recommendations on how to improve your juicer app. Number 1, when charging and bringing scooters back to your house and they are plugged in when charging, sometimes the charge ports may be a little faulty and actually disconnect from their power source. As a juicer, there's no way to see that that power source is now disconnected, is no longer charging your scooter. If there was some kind of indication within the app in the charging screen that shows that your scooter is actually charging and will indicate an icon may disappear when it loses that power connection, so we know, so we don't wake up the next morning having a scooter that actually wasn't charging. Next, continue educating new juicers and banning those that repeatedly hoard scooters. Of course, hoarding takes away from the integrity of the Lime juicing platform. I definitely encourage you to be heavy when it comes to bans and discourage any juicer from hoarding. And when it comes to the build quality of your Segway scooters used on the Lime platform, in my experience, there's a few components that break easier than others. I've noticed that the charging cap on the charging port seems to be flimsy and breaks easier than other components, as well as the battery pack, which of course is a little bit more prone to vandalism. And one point on the Rider platform, like your competitor's Bird, consider having an option to order a helmet through the Lime app as well, instead of having to visit a designated location in person. So Lime, there's a lot that you're doing right on the juicer end of your app, and you're even catching some big attention from investors like Uber and Google. And if you're a juicer yourself, or if you're interested in juicing, leave your thoughts down below in the comments. Your driver Mike here. I do appreciate you watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, subscribe to join your driver team, and I will see you in the next one.